everyone, welcome to Believers IS Academy. In this video, from our ongoing discussion about the polity basics on the constitutional bodies, non-constitutional bodies, as you've seen my previous video about the Election Commission of India, let us go on to another topic which is very much interesting, that is vigilance. This vigilance is a element of a governmental institution where the vigilance helps to keep the government safe, clean and performance in an efficient manner. That is why vigilance as a commission, as an institution becomes very much important for a smooth governance. So let us see how this smoothness and how a vigilance commissioner and how this commission is actually structured or organized, the tenure, the removal process, everything will be discussed in a comprehensive manner. So let us go and have a look at it. That is, the discussion for today's topic is Central Vigilance Commission. So what was the news about the Central Vigilance Commission is that the Central Vigilance Commission CVC has modified the guidelines pertaining to the transfer. They are basically talking about the transfers of the person not more than 3 years. A place where a vigilance officer has been appointed and he has been continued until 5, 4 or 6 years, but that limit of the tenure is being cut down to 3 years, because whenever a place experiences an vigilance for more than 3 years or 4 years, the kind or the level of vigilance actually or gradually comes down. So that is the matter. The transfer of vigilance officers are taking place up to 3 years. So the postings of officials in vigilance units of government organization restricting the tenure to 3 years at one place. So the vigilance tenure has been changed to 3 years. Then what is the need? Why is the need for 3 years? You just imagine when you are going to a certain place for more than 2 years, that could be, just give an example, take an example of your graduation. After 4 years, or when your graduation still extend towards 5 years or 6 years, the process becomes so much addendum such that you don't get the efficiency of that process. Anyhow, our graduations or the tenure which is going on for more than 2 years is actually less efficient. That is the reason, and periodically analyzing this tenure difficulties, they have kept it at 3 years. So the need was, it has been observed that undue long stay of an official in such a sensitive post. Actually, vigilance is not so easy. It's a very sensitive post. The corruption elements, it is like a bird's eye on everything. So that is a sensitive part where the vigilance officials are working on at one place, has the post potential to developing vested interest, favoritism, partisanships, many things. The vested interests are been taken up, apart from giving rise to unnecessary complaints, allegations. So whenever there is a saying is that change is the constant which gives the momentum to the process. That is why change of a person and bringing up newer elements into an organization will cut away this vested interest. So that is why there is a need to cut down the vigilance officials' tenure until 3 years. So I guess this is a complete information about the news about why CVC, the Central Vigilance Commission, is thinking about cutting down the tenure of up to 3 years at a certain places. So this was the news. So let us go to the basics now. How Vigilance Commission is structured. So in Vigilance Commission, it was set up by Government of India, Ministry of Home Affairs, White Resolution in 1964 on the recommendation of Santhanam Committee. Please note it, the committee associated with the commissions, that is Santhanam Commission. Sometimes in your other PSC's exams, this kind of immediate facts are been asked. So CVC is a fruit of Santhanam Committee's recommendation. Then it is an apex body for prevention of corruption, exercising general superintendence over vigilance administration. This vigilance even acts in your election process also, For example, you might have seen so much of vigil. Vigil was the initiative taken by vigilance officers at the time of elections. A bird eye on everything, how the process is going on, corruption less, the PM care funds, even everywhere, this vigilance is happening. So, it is an apex body, an autonomous apex body for the prevention of corruption, exercising its superintendence and vigilance on every organizational elements of governance. So, this is the complete and detailed explanation about what is CVC. Then, let us understand why we need a vigilance in the society or in a community. Vigilance means, just note down this definition because it's very much important. You can include this in your means answers also. Vigilance means to ensure clean, prompt, administrative action towards achieving efficiency, effectiveness of the employees in particular and organization in general, as lack of vigilance leads to waste, losses and economic decline. So for this vigilance, I will actually give you a very small example where you will first understand what is vigilance about. See, whenever there is an institution, there are a number of employees. Employee A, B, C. All the three employees are assigned some certain types of roles. It could be a housekeeping or operations or some other activities, that would be administration or anything like that. So when these three employees are assigned certain roles and work starts from a day towards an end, and to look after the happenings of an institution, we require a monitoring committee. We require a monitoring committee or a board eye on all these rules and happenings is necessary. That is what vigilance means, because an institution runs with the help of finance. Finance is associated with many difficulties such as corruption, leakages, pitfall, many things. The loss of money or no innovations in their works. All these things we need a monitoring committee. That is what called as vigilance. I hope by such a simple example you might understand, and that monitoring committee in a larger part, in the governmental part, it is the Central Vigilance Commission. So it is very simple. It's an apex body, prevents the corruption among the employees or the organization at a whole. So this was about CVC. Then, when we look at the composition, what is the composition of CVC? See, the commission was given statutory status by an enactment of CVC Act 2003. Acts are very much important. Santhanam Committee, CVC Act 2003, and vested with autonomy and insulation from the external influences. So that is why it is a commission out of CVC Act 2003. Then, after the enactment of CVC Act 2003, the commission became a multi-member body consisting of Central Vigilance Commissioner, Chairperson and more than 2 Vigilance Commissioners as members. So it became a multi-body member when the CVC Act 2003 was enacted. So this was the composition of CVC. Then we'll actually look at the appointment, the tenure, not the privileges. As you know, the privileges will vested with the vigilance they take place. Then the composition or the appointment is that CVC and the vigilance commissioners are appointed by President. Even our election commissioner is also appointed by President. Please watch my previous video about the polity basics of Central Election Commissioner. You'll get a complete information so that you can relate to the next part, that is the CVC. That is, the appointment is taken by the President. As I told you in my previous video, President is a very important topic for UPSC. So that's why even the Central Vigilance Commissioner is also appointed by President of India on the basis and the recommendation of committee consisting of 3 people. Who are these 3 people? We have to keep it in mind. So first is Prime Minister, the Ministry of Home Affairs, and then the Leader of Opposition. The Leader of Opposition in the House of People as the member of committee. See, why these 3 people recommendations are necessary? Because it's a monitoring committee, it's a vigilance committee, it's what we can say that it's a monitoring, very stringent monitoring is happening. So you need to be aware about the leader of opposition also and the person as a whole. Your work is also being counted. The corruption is counted in every nook and corner of the government. That is why the recommendation or the CVC commissioner is done on the recommendation of Prime Minister as the chairman of committee. Keep it in mind, he is the chairman of committee, and the Ministry of Home Affairs is the member of the committee, and the leader of opposition is the member of the committee. Both the members and the chair member, Prime Minister, Ministry of MHA, then leader of opposition. So this is the appointment process of Central Vigilance Commissioner. Then Central Vigilance Commissioner shall hold. We are going to the tenure. Appointment is finished. What is the tenure? Tenure is that the Central Vigilance Commissioner shall hold the office for a term of 4 years. For a term of 4 years. But for Election Commissioner it was 5 years. From the date on which he enters upon his office or till he attains the age of 65, whichever is earliest. The same thing. 65 remains for both the Election Commissioner and CVC, but the tenure ranges up to 4 years. Then, the Central Vigilance Commissioner on ceasing to hold the office shall be ineligible for reappointment in the commission. That is, a Central Vigilance Officer ceases to hold or some inefficiency in his work will make him prone to does not get into the reappointment in the commission as well. So this was the basic tenure about CVC. Then Central Vigilance Commissions or any Vigilance Commissioner may be by writing under his hand addressed to the President resign his office. See, this is the removal of member. Whenever the Central Vigilance Commissioner is appointed, he has the right to automatically resign or writing under his hand addressed to President resign his office. Yes, a handwritten evidence should be given for the resigning of his office. Then only the President has the power to remove the CVC or any vigilance officer from the office under the following circumstances. For the appointment and for the removal, the one person who is responsible is that President. Under the circumstances, what are the criteria? Let us see. If he is proved insolvent, if he is only becoming a vigilance is making into the corruption or anything, he is being insolvent or some petty activities has taken place, insolvency, then he is being convicted for an offence, yes, criminal offences, in which the opinion of the central governments involve moral turpitudes. Yes, some moral turpitudes will be involved, but a direct involvement in the criminal activities will refrain him from his position. Then, if holds any office of profit, yes, it applies for everybody, any office of profit. Then if he is the opinion of the President unfit, mentally unstable, or infirmity of mind or body, if he is not able to take the decisions in a proper manner, mental instability leads him to get down from his post, that he will be refrained from doing the works of a vigilance commissioner. This was the removal process of member. As you can see here, the tenure lengths until 4 years. That is why the commission is thinking about to place a vigilance commissioner or vigilance officer not more than 3 years. Even though his tenure goes about by 5 years, actually they are planning it to change it to 3 years, and it has been changed also. In a certain place, the working duration could be 3 years is the maximum year for a central vigilance commissioner. So this was a very comprehensive analysis of how a removal of member in a vigilance commission takes place. These are the 3 reasons, and it is strictly done through the president, or he can resign by his own. Then, so I guess this was the conclusion of the video, or the Central Vigilance Commission, how the composition, the functionalities, the appointment process, the removal process. So when we start studying about the commissions or the constitutional bodies, this should be your framework for the preparation of UPSC Prelims 2021, where you can, knowing all these points, you can easily eliminate the options when this type of commissions are coming up in the questions. So this was a complete information about CBC. So for further current affairs videos, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel Believers IAS Academy, and you can also log on to our website believersis.com and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram for further more interesting infographics, mind maps, etc., etc. And you can also call us on our number 9611321616 for further foundational courses, interview guidance, mains answer writing, or any one-to-one mentorship. Everything is a one-step solution, that is Believers IAS Academy. I hope this video was informative for the polity basics, and await for more such current affairs videos in the further days. Thank you.